So let's start off with the chaos first, shall we? The red line is obvious lah, which is the chaos level 1, level 2, level 3, pretty standard. And I think this is like one of the very powerful right line, cause I think right now all the Dusted deck can use chaos and it wouldn't hurt the deck anyway. In fact, it might improve the offensive capability of some deck as well. So yeah, definitely simple. I think what's make the deck interesting though is the deck build up, because you know it's a Highlander base. So let's start off with the trigger, and it's on the simpler side, I would say this for the trigger. So we have 4 draws, which is 2 of the... Okay, I think I'm gonna bring this down a bit so you guys can see. Wait, there we go, yeah. Okay, so we have the 2 of the draws, which the effect draw, the 10k draw, which is, I think, pretty okay for the card. I think like for the trigger, I run 2 of the effect triggers because you know it's a beneficial effect. So try to run more, while I still try to keep the variety. So 2 different draws, and then we have 2 of the effect crits, and then 2 of the normal one, which 2 variants, simple. And then I do kind of the same with the fronts. So I have 2 of the effect fronts and then 1 of them. For our trigger, I decided not to go with Neriko Lily, the Darksted one. Instead, I go with the classic old trigger because you know Mikani, spam and everything. Then the last one is obvious lah. So the heal, the 2 warranty of the clan one, and 2 of the new heal, 2 of the brand new effect heal. I will replace this one of them with another effect heal when it is released. So definitely gonna looking forward to that. So that's the trigger lineup. Then we have Mikani, which is the I'll start from the grade 3 lah. So we have 4 Mikani, which is a glitter card of the chaos, and simple but strong. It has ability to retire, always useful, and then ability to re-attack. Do know that his restand effect is after the Vanguard attack, kind of like Escuridea. So do time the skill properly. Then we have 3 Chaos for Persona Right, obviously. Then 1 times your Red Dragon. This is a bit more free slot, I think. There is a few different grade 3 you can run. I decided to go with Time Jerry because you know it gives the few presents and it filter out the bad cards or fill up the cards for the chaos effect. Then for the grade 2 lineup, this is where I think it's a little bit different from some deck lists I have seen already. So we have 1 Chakra, which is a fantastic card, but I want to run more, but I can only run 1 here because the deck is quite counterblast heavy already. Then we have the promo card. I think even the English version already have this card, so if you want to run up this, it's Kenla. This is there just to fill up the space if you kind of run into the situation where you don't have any regard to attack at all. So I just run 1 of this, and yeah, of course it's 10 or more souls, but with some testing so far, Chaos can hit at least 10 souls quite fast. Not too fast, like not as fast as Barrow, but you know, it's still consistent. Then we have the new dragon. I have the holo version right here. This is fantastic card. I mean, if it is one of those cards where if you don't have the card, you get +1. If you don't have, it's okay. If it's trigger, just keep it top like that. So pretty strong. Then I run 2 engraver. Counter Charger goes long way with this deck, so that's why I decided to run this, you know, just to make things a bit easier. Then we have Expeller, of course, you know, being the strong unit that can counter what the power can counter what the Chaos Soul, and also you know give power if needed to. Then we have 2 Amazing Frosty, which is pretty classic. I mean, it's a good fill up for chaos. I'm not seeing its usefulness in other deck though. Really depends, cause it's still a net +0 into the soul, which may or may not be useful. Okay, now move to grade 1. So for grade 1, the recommendation is 3 of the Recursive Head Dragon, the effect, the 2 or less card PG, and 1 of the original, 1 of the generic one. The problem is, I don't know how on earth I lost it. So I have no choice but to run 4 copy of this. Yeah. Not fun. And then we have, of course, 4 of the bunny. Pretty strong card. I mean, it helps to get any of the key piece that is in soul, so pretty strong. In fact, because of this, you might not even need to run this probo card as well. So depend on the way you want to build, you know, it's Highlander. Then we have 2 Guelu, which is a pretty broken card. I mean, this allow like, what's the thing called again? This allows some disgusting combo with the over trigger. That's why I decided to use the generic one, the one that gives you another 100 million K, because of this card. It just makes it unguardable, and that's brilliant. Then the last few cards, actually there's a few things I want to mod. Cause initially I want to run this eagle, but I just realized that the eagle, the bunny doesn't work with the eagle, so I need to replace it with something else. It technically can go into it technically work as an extender, because, you know, after boots you can just retire it and maybe call one of the great ones, which one of them can be the Deep Sonicer, which I do run, and maybe Brainwash Swirler also, you know, if you soul charge. But I've realized the fact that you need it to hit kind of brings down the point a bit. So this is where I'll be replacing it with something, and that something is yep, found it. So yeah, I think this looks pretty good. Minasan, Megane here, and this is me recording after playtesting a few times with that particular decklist, and there are some minor adjustments I did. So here is the current list of mine. So it's essentially just to make sure that the deck run a bit more consistently, I run more social stuff a bit here and there, and more card that can populate the field if you don't have any Mikari. So just to keep up the aggression. Of course, this is still a deck in progress. I'm still trying to adjust things here and there as much as I can. So if you guys have any suggestion, do leave down in the comments below. And you know, if you're already watching this video, consider like, share and subscribe to this channel. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subs by the end of this year. So any subs coming from you guys, PT or not, is really appreciated. And yeah, that's all I have for today. Take care of yourself, and this is Megane signing out.